Hey guys, here we go again with programming in Objective-C. I'm Yari Dareglia of Jump Zero, and in today's lesson you'll learn how to use properties to declare and implement assessor methods in a faster way. Let's start from the example from the previous lesson. We created a simple player class with a single instance variable, backpack, and then we created a backpack with a reference to its owner, in this case the player. The following step was to create the assessor methods for these variables. As we have sure realized, 99% of the time this process is nothing more than a repetitive routine. Obviously, Apple introduced a faster way to avoid this uninteresting task, and they called it properties. Let's open the file player.h and start by replacing the old assessor definition with properties. We can remove the entire getter-setter definition and the variable definition too. And now replace all this code with the property. This is the syntax. So add property strong backpack. So let's see how this directive works. With the previous assessor definition, we had to repeat the same schema for every new variable we added to the class. As you can see, we repeated the name and the type of the variable many times. Thanks to the directive addProperty, we don't care about the schema anymore and create variables and assessor in a smarter and faster way. And as you can see, we write the type and the variable name only once, and we don't have to worry about the prototype and variable definitions at all, because the compiler will do that for us. What about the implementation? Let's move on to player.m file. Now we can replace the getter and setter implementation with this single row. Add synthesized backpack. This way the compiler, thanks to the property information, knows exactly how to generate the needed code to implement the methods. You can also define a different name for instance variable and assessor methods. For example, a common practice is to prefix the variable name with an underscore. You can do that writing add synthesized backpack equal to underscore backpack. And you still use self.backpack to read and write its value. So we can replace the player definition in backpack class in the same way. Sometimes you run into a situation where for some reason you need to define your custom getter and setter or only one of the two. No problem, you can keep on using addProperty and addSynthesize and define only the function you need. In this specific case, we can define the getter for the player property of backpack. But this definition produces a warning. Let's read it. Writable atomic property player cannot pair a synthesized setter with a user-defined getter. Well, this warning has to do with multithreading and that is not part of this course. But in a few words, we can try to define how it works for properties definition. Open the interface of backpack, and in the properties before or after week, we can define the variable multithreading behavior. If you don't specify a behavior, the default atomic is used, which means the synthesized methods are created to be managed in a sort of trade-safe environment. In the example, we are overriding only one of the two assessor methods, and so the thread-safe environment could not be granted by the compiler. The solutions are two. The first is using non-atomic keyword, and in this case you get a simple implementation that doesn't care about multithreading. And the second is define both getter and setter, becoming so responsible for the multithreading behavior. We choose the first solution. We can now define the overridden version of the player property getter. Many developers mostly use non-atomic keyword for properties and it generally results in better performance. Okay guys, this is the end of the lesson, so from now on we'll use property and synthesize to generate the needed code in our example. In the next lesson we'll have a look at dynamic typing and at the generic ID data type. Bye and thanks for watching.